F rank player. But with the big brain. F rank. Oh my god, dude. That actually looks sick. Look at that. Yeah, other people get the mouse only treatment. Alright. Alright. What is this, PvP? It's laggy, dude. Yeah, the aesthetic is actually nuts. I kind of want it, huh? Pro brush? No, it's too high level, man. I mean, I feel like 2 gate's probably like the most simple thing, right? Like, yeah, I feel like 2 gate's actually pretty strong, right? I mean, zealots are such strong units that I feel like it shouldn't be too difficult for, like, you know, an F player to follow this, right? Yeah, I mean, no, I'll play with, you know, the keyboard, but I mean, you know, at this stage, it's really important to just mine minerals, right? Like, getting them at the right, like, spots and such. It's pretty basic, right? Some basic stuff. I have my, like, pylon on 4 and my gateway on 5. And we'll just execute on a really, you know, simple build, right? Yeah, they might not use hotkeys, but they should, right? You know, I mean, if you're an F rank player, you should aspire to, you know, do such things. And, you know, I'm just doing the build, and my build is pretty crisp, right? 2 gate, zealot and stuff. So even just having like a pretty good build, probably, I feel like in general it should probably help you, because I bet there's a lot of people that don't even like. So we're gonna send the zealot to go attack, and then back at home we're just gonna keep macroing. We're just gonna focus on the workers, right? Because I think the workers are like the most important part. I feel like, honestly, going like 5 to 7 zealots is probably pretty good, right? And we'll just like move the zealots forward. And we're just gonna focus at home, right? Like, why don't we just keep making, oh god, okay.
You've not enough minerals.
Alright, I guess we're faced with some adversity here, huh? But we'll just keep, you know, making some workers and see how this goes, right? I mean, it's like, oh shoot. That was really fast, man. But, you know, we're gonna keep calm. We're gonna keep making some workers at home. And then, since we have some additional minerals, I guess, why not make some more, gateways? Unfortunately, we're getting out-microed by our opponent here. He's got some pretty good stutter step, I must say, dude. This guy's got some like pretty sick stutter step. You know, like making units is probably good in general, right? So we'll just keep making units. I feel like you do want to be like conscious about like you know, Dark Templars, like, because you could just easily lose the game by like you know, just losing to, you know, like cloaked units, right? So we're just gonna alright, looks like he's actually expanding, so, you know. So I guess we'll also expand, but we probably want some, like, detection of some sort, because detection can be kind of rough. But I bet our economy is, like, pretty sick right now, right? Okay, well, we've got some, you know. So why don't we, like, strategically, like, try to do a concerted attack, you know? Maybe we can get a little more success. And we'll change our rally points to, like, right in front. So perhaps, like, we find out that our opponent here has a lot of defenses. So, you know, just keep making workers and units, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of like MOBA, right? But yeah, let's see how well this concerted attack does. It feels like we have some pretty good, you know, units. So, alright, let's just go ahead and attack, and we'll tech behind this. Yeah, I feel like our economy is like pretty sick, to be honest. And go ahead and tech. We'll make some nexus and such. And then wow. Look at that. Okay. Well, looks like they held the attack. So might need to do another one of those concerted attacks, right? Like at a certain point you have to like not just stream units in, just might have to, you know, why not get an upgrade because we have money? You know, that's kind of like a pretty standard thing to do.
You've not enough minerals. You've not enough minerals.
And yeah, it feels like if we have some more money, let's just make some more gateways, right? And then we'll go ahead and do one of these concerted attacks again, because I feel like the first one was decent. Oh man, okay. We got a lot of stuff here, so we're gonna pull back. We're gonna exercise some micro and then pull back here. And then we'll probably like start teching to goons because we have it. And then we're just gonna try to bust them. But see how many workers I got? I got a crap ton of workers, man. So I feel like my economy is just booming, dude.
You've not enough minerals.
But this guy's defense is pretty good. This guy also had like so many zealots, like a lot faster than I thought. So we will build up again, and then we'll try it again.
You've not enough minerals.
And then we might be faced with like some tech, but because he expanded and made all those cannons, I feel like his economy is probably not so great. So I don't think he'll have like Dark Templars. Right, we'll just keep making units.
You've not enough minerals.
But yeah, I mean, making units is good. There is something to be said about like looking for the gateway that like is not producing anything.
You've not enough minerals.
Just making from there is probably a good idea. And then, you know, as we start making some more units, maybe we'll think about like expanding again. we might need to consider like Dark Templars, so we probably need like some higher tech eventually. But alright, so why don't we just get like a robotics? Because like I said, we need to consider the possibility of like, you know, stuff like, alright, so let's just attack. Typically you want to have like your zealots first. And then hopefully that works well, and then we'll just keep making a bunch of units.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, well it looks like I might lose this battle here, so we'll pull back. What do you know to... Yeah, I mean like there's some heuristics, right? Like there's like, you know, some general rules to know is like 41 is like the minimum you need for a strong 2 base, but you probably want something more like 50 or something, or 60, but I would say like if you're at this level, you're probably good to just like keep like, you probably won't do wrong by making too many probes. You know what I mean? Like it's probably not a bad idea to just make a whole bunch of probes, right? It's just good practice. Like you can always pull back on probes later. You know what I mean? Like usually the problem is people don't make enough probes. So I would like try to be on the side of like making too many. So you know, like maybe send 12 or so workers. And now we have you know, oh, we got a Reaper out here. Okay. Well, I guess we can just go in. I feel like we're not supposed to really micro. Yeah, I mean, there's just general rules on like saturation, right? So, you know, you might want like, for example, if you have 4 bases, you probably want like 60 to 65 in general. Let's target this Reaver now. Because that Reaver seems to be doing a lot of damage. Okay. So now, like, now that attack didn't work, then why not like move to the next tech, which is like the Citadel and the Templar Archives. This guy seems like his macro is pretty strong. And I feel like, you know, once you start hitting like 10 minutes and such, like, it's probably better to stop making workers. Maybe that's like another thing where you don't want to like make workers like endlessly, like, you know. And if you're like containing your opponent, it's always good to like literally be in that proverbial arc, you know. And then, you know, as your economy grows, you can get more gateways. Like 8 gates is pretty good for like a strong 2 base. But, you know, you do want like 10 gateways once you start like approaching, you know. So it looks like he wants to get a little more aggressive. It's always good to make like a cannon in your mineral line, just so that you don't die to anything stupid. So we'll just continue doing this, and then, you know, we'll keep trying, and then see if we could eventually bust the guy, right? So, I mean, yeah, I think we're doing an alright job. This guy's macro is like actually pretty strong, so every now and then we gotta like just pull back. And yeah, like I said, we're just teching to like the next tech tree, which is, you know. And again, we'll like try to sit in that arc, you know. Arc is good. And then, you know, maybe get some upgrades. And we'll probably expand. So I mean, this is kind of StarCraft at its very core, right? You just like You just like make stuff and you expand, you make stuff, and you, this is, you know what I mean? This is like really StarCraft at its core. Like at a high level, this is exactly what you just do, right? You just keep fighting and you just keep like making stuff. And then you expand and then you keep, you know, expand. You keep expanding, right? So it's virtually StarCraft, right? Like there's not much else to worry about. Like you can't be going carriers and stuff. Oh, okay, well there's that to worry about. Okay. So now that we lost some stuff, we probably need to like remake some workers. Okay, well that, I guess that happens. And yeah, I guess like we could probably attack again and see if that works. So yeah, we lost some probes, so let's remake it and then we'll try again. You know, and just keep trying. Keep trying and hopefully something sticks. Alright, I guess it doesn't work, so you know, this guy just continues to defend. And you should probably like check the other bases because there's a chance that like they have these other bases, right? So, you know, I mean, it's probably easiest to just like play like this, right? Like nothing too high tech. Just sit there in an arc. Literally just like be what Artosis never wanted you to be. You just sit there in an arc, you know? And you can even hold position too, right? Like you can even like make some art with this. Like just like create like literally an arc. And it's effective, you know? Just ask Artosis, it's effective, dude. So I'm checking all the bases and seems like we're just gonna remake some probes. I feel like that guy did a lot of damage with all that stuff, so. But the thing is, like, eventually the guy's gonna run out of money, right? Like, he only has so much money to work with. So, you know, one way to play the game is just, like, try to attack and then contain, right? If you contain, then you just choke them out. And what's his game plan from here, right? Like, I could just keep expanding, right? So let's just expand and then, like, just sit there. And, you know, I feel like this guy has to, like, eventually attack, right? Because he's the one that's contained, whereas I'm the one who could, you know, like, start doing stuff. So I guess we can go Templar Archives at this point, because, you know, we want some tech. We're, like, banking up some gas, and I feel like it's probably good to get some, like, you know, Archons and such, but yeah, I mean, like, the smart thing to do here is just sit there, you know, like, well, I guess we'll get a few more observers to, you know, make sure our, like, detection doesn't die. Okay, see how he's coming out now? But he has like a hard time because I'm like sitting here in a park, and you can probably just like snipe some of these. But you know, I mean, I seem to have a lot more, right? Yeah, he's actually pretty good. This guy's like pretty good. And it's always good to just like try to spread your units as much as you can. And yeah, all these like cannons are like pretty strong, right? But you know, eventually he's gonna just bleed out, right? Like because we have more money than this guy, so you know, occasionally you gotta like pull back. But the theory is that, like, you know, we just have so much more, and I guess we can also start making some Archons. And he must be out of money at this point, right? No, so he's like pretty desperate to get out of his base. Stay back, just sit in the arc. And if you want to just like sit in the arc too, you can actually just leave your zealots out front. And even put the zealots on hold command, because they actually soak up a lot of damage, especially in PvP. Where like your damage dealers tend to be just like the dragoons, you see? So even if your zealots are not attacking, you can literally just sit here in an arc, right? And he has a really hard time ever getting out.
Not enough minerals.
And yeah, I don't know what else this guy could do, right? I think we have checkmate.
You've not enough minerals.
Eventually they start getting a little frustrated. Alright. We did it! You could probably, I feel like Protoss is the race where you can probably get away with a lot just by like, just making stuff, right? Like, but yeah, I mean like, that's kind of what you want to do. You want to do stuff, and as you like, the game goes on, you want to expand, and then you just continue to expand, and you like slowly tech. But the important part there, hopefully you saw, was like I was able to keep the pressure because I had a lot of like, oh, all right, well, that's cheating. I had a lot of money. I had more money than him, you know. I don't know. Does it matter? Do you guys want to see other maps? Pro brush. No, no, no. No, I'm doing an F to S stream, so I'm just like going from F to S. Anything that is bad for new players? Honestly, anything. I feel like the map pool in general is probably fine. There's nothing too funny in this map pool, except for like maybe Revolver, but not really. Not at like this level, right? So, got a random player, but let's be honest, it doesn't really matter. I mean, like,
Not enough minerals.
random, you know, we play Protoss.
Minerals.
I can make units. Yeah, I feel like fundamentals in general, it's like important to just make units and workers, right? Like, that's the lowest possible hanging fruit. The absolute lowest possible hanging fruit that anyone could like improve at. And I feel like for Protoss, it's especially true to just like, just make stuff. And there might be like an art to just like, you know, like how to attack and not attack and stuff, you know? But just try it, you know, just try it, and we'll keep trying it. We'll try to like assess if we're losing the battle. Because obviously in that game, the guy made so many cannons, so like, I thought there were some pretty clear signals to like move back. And, you know, I feel like if it's the case that you're F rank and you don't even know what to do, like if you don't have a build order, then who cares if they're random, right? Like, just be honest with yourself. Like, if your build doesn't even matter, like, based off their race, and you don't know what you're doing anyways, it doesn't even matter. So I'm not even gonna scout. I mean, I'll scout to, like, see... I'll scout, like... I'll scout here, right? But I won't like pylon scout or something because I want to see where to send my zealot. But like if you know what I mean? Like if you don't know what you're doing anyways, it doesn't really matter what race they are, right? Because you just do your own thing and then you just we're just gonna follow the same theory of just like making stuff. Just because making stuff seems to be pretty good. But you know, even getting like this build right is like, you know, it takes some time, right? Like just getting this 10 gate, 12 gate, 15 pylon. That's kind of like pretty basic stuff. That if you don't have to build even something so simple like this, then you might struggle, right? So we don't know where they are yet, but I'm just gonna send my zealots to the bottom left. And if you had to choose, I would actually just not even like look at your zealots. Like zealots are strong enough so that they might even do like pretty good damage, even if you don't control them. I got that probe too early actually, or that yeah, I was supposed to get the pylon sooner, but wasn't really watching. But send this again and see if we can find our opponent. Alright, so he must be at bottom left, right? So we'll just keep rallying over there. See what we can get done. Alright, so it's a Terran player, right? So in this case, we'll probably tech. But we'll just keep sending zealots because I feel like zealots are pretty good. But yeah, zealots, we'll like tech and then we'll eventually start making some dragoons. And then if it's the case that we need to start making like robotics and stuff, then, you know, because of mines, then we'll do that. But the important part is we just keep making workers and like, just, you know, like let the guy deal with my zealots while I just like make workers at home, right? Because that's like the most important thing. Because I could support. Hopefully you can see like you can support making 2-gate zealots and then make non-stop probes while teching, right? So I'm gonna make a cybernetics core, and then yeah, because I feel like if you waste too much time like actually watching your units, I feel like it's just negative EV, dude. You just like zealots are so good that you can just not watch them and then just like, you know. So I guess there's a vulture coming out. You know, that could be problematic, but let's just send these zealots back because they seem to be following those. And I guess we're just gonna have to deal with this vulture here, huh? Alright, well that was kind of depressing. So now we'll start making dragoons, right? And the dragoons are ranged units that can deal with these kinds of stuff a little bit better. And then, yeah, I mean like my economy is just pretty good, right? And when you feel like you have enough like money, you know, you just keep producing units and keep like causing, you know, this guy to grief. And then eventually when you have like enough money, like your mineral income is high enough, you could probably just expand, right? We'll do the same kind of concept where you just kind of expand and stuff. But the pressure kind of pays for itself. I don't even know what's really happening, but we're just gonna focus on our build back at home. So it looks like we have a pretty good amount of money. So maybe we'll start like making another Nexus. And then against Terran, it's instead of making like that forge, I feel like it's better to like get the observers because we don't have, there's no threat of like a Dark Templar, right? So instead of Dark Templars, it's mines to which like the observer is, you know, gonna come. So Alright, we gotta deal with this, so. Forgot that my units were on like rally. And I guess like, yeah, we can either go observer or we can just make more gateways, I guess. I guess the gateways are more like simple, but let's just go robo and then we'll make some more gateways because at this point we have a lot more like money. Yeah, we'll just make some more gateways, it seems. Once your probe starts getting like dark, you see these shadows, dude? Alright, won the game. Alright. You wanna watch the replay? I mean, there's not much to watch, right? You just, send stuff, I guess. I mean, this guy's like... He's trying to micro. I respect it. Yeah, you see how like his SCV production's at 17 and mine's at 25? So I just feel like, if you like micro, then it might actually hurt you, right? Be the Protoss, dude. Be the... Like if you're really bad at this game and you play Protoss, like the advantage is on your side, right? Like they have to worry more about the micro than you do. So why don't you just not watch it and then just make stuff at home and then you just keep making stuff, you know? That way you can actually like get pretty good with your build, right? Like, I mean, it's not a real build that we're doing here, but it gets you playing StarCraft, right? It gets you playing the game. The game is like I said, just make workers, expand, make units, expand, make units, you know, tech along the way and stuff. So, all right, hopefully we can get like a Zerg or another Terran or something here. All right, another Protoss. We can try this again. Last time this guy did like some sort of 9 gate or something, but I'll probably recommend the 10-12 gate. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, I actually split, I'm sorry. I feel like for Zerg, it's 2 workers. No, I can't handicap myself. I have to actually play like an F-rank player.
You've not enough minerals.
You know what I mean? We'll play like a real F-rank. Alright, pylon at 8. We'll make the gateways close to the ramp.
You've not enough minerals.
Yo, TBG man. You're here for the content. This content is less enjoyable as Protoss though, because I feel like it's just too straightforward. I feel like I'm just proving what everybody already knew.
You must construct additional pylons.
Gateway on 10. It's true, man. I mean, if you play Terran, wouldn't you just wall every game or something? I feel like that would be pretty good. Right? The lowest APM strategy. Alright, just scout all the bases. Get the appropriate hotkeys, you know? Alright, zealots. Pylon 15. Alright, looks like we found our opponent. Yeah, we could probably just go back home, to be honest. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves, we don't even know what we're doing, so. So let's just rally to their base. And here we kind of prioritize the zealots more than anything.
Not enough minerals.
So we'll just do the same thing, right? But because he opened tech, there's like a second consideration now, right? The consideration is like, we have to make sure we're like cognitive of Dark Templars. Otherwise we can just keep making stuff. I feel like just making stuff is a pretty good strategy. Oh, I wasn't making the zealot. And I feel like for as long as you can actually just make zealots, I feel like you should just make zealots, you know? I just feel like zealots are pretty good. So...
You must control additional pylons. You have not enough minerals for combat.
Well, I did. That's exactly what I did, man. I mean, you just keep making stuff. I mean, the guy seems to have gone... So, because he made these, we can infer by our wonderful deduction that, like, this guy is not going for, like, fast Dark Templars. So, in this case, we don't really need, we don't really need, like, much of anything else. So, like, now that we have some much, like, better economy, we could start to, like, throw down some more, gateways here. And again, we're just focusing on the build, guys. Like, our mantra here is, like, let the other people micro. Yo, Red Stripe, what's up, man? 4 gate? Man, this is my build. This is my Pantheon build order, bro. And like I said, we should probably like start thinking about an expansion eventually. All right, we did it. Didn't even have to think about that expansion. I mean, if you think about it, like, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna micro? He ain't gonna micro. Eventually, you just keep making, like, zealots, and then as long as you keep making zealots and probes at home, like, your economy is gonna get bigger than their economy. That was 15k sport betting. Oh no, dude. Sorry. Gotta be careful with the sports betting, huh? I almost had a thought. What happened? Oh, Mad Mortigan, dude! I'm getting sniped. Absolute god here. The rumors were true, man. Artosis was right. I just get sniped, dude. Oh my god, I've entered his territory. I sure have. Yeah, so I feel like the cool thing about Protoss is that you don't really have to do anything very different, you know? I feel like the playbook is very similar. It's just you have to consider, you know, cloaked units. Cloaked? Oh, I guess air units with Zerg, right? So I guess because there's the threat of air units, that kind of complicates things by, like, you know, one order. 8k up. Oh man. Yeah, just you can't tilt, dude. But hopefully you could get it back soon, man. No, I mean, Dragoons are too... I mean, maybe, but they seem to be too complex for our Protoss minds, right? Appears to me that we could just stick with more simple... Oh, shoot. I messed up the build. That's okay, you know. F rank, we mess up builds sometimes, so... kind of, you know, going along with how things usually go around here. So let's scout our opponent because we want to know where to send our zealots. Eventually, we would like to, you know, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's fine. We can adjust by making a faster pylon because our first gateway is, you know, a little late, but. Yeah, man, I've been winning. I've been slamming, bro. Feel better. My like stomach was pretty bloated, but alright, he's not there. We can infer from the creep. Well, there's the drone, so I feel like this might be a cross bonds type business type deal. So. Yeah, there's like a couple of pro pauses every now and then. So I guess there's like some level of cognitive ability you must. Oh, is that a? Okay, never mind. He's at bottom left. So, all right. Let's rally over there, and then we'll proceed with our wonderful build.
Not enough minerals.
So we'll see what's going on.
You've not enough minerals. You've not enough minerals. I long for
No, okay, there's an expansion. So. Oh wow. Well, this is complicated because now he's gonna make like a lot of things. So I feel like this is probably the time where we have to exercise some skill and group up. So like if we find that we cannot just move like that, like if we're getting overwhelmed, then unfortunately you're gonna have to like group up, right? So that's kind of like what we have to do. That's just gonna be the basics, right? We're gonna group up and then and we'll try again, okay? So we'll just try again here. And then now that our economy is getting better, it's probably a good time to like start thinking about some more gateways, because more gateways produces more units. Okay. You wanna move back now. Because the sunken colony complicates things, right? And if we like learned anything in our other lessons, like, you know, you kind of just want to make an arc and just sit there. Just because like even against melee, it's actually really good to like just sit there, because the Zerglings won't get like much arc like value from you, because you're not allowing them to get good surface area. So in this case, we'll just continue to like make more and more units, and we sort of pressure your opponent, right? And because we don't really have to worry about cloaked units, like we don't really have to get a, you know, robo or like a forge too fast. I feel like we could probably just start making some dragoons, and might need a tech more because hydras are actually really good. So hydras complicate things, and mutas, right? There could also be mutas. So I'll just continue making these zealots, and we'll just try again, right? Like we'll try again, and if we feel like we can get them, then we'll get them. So we'll just try again, and then see how this works out. I can post it to YouTube, yeah. And then we'll make some more units. Dragoons is probably good, because he might come with some like mutas, like if he goes for like some sort of fast muta build or something, like that could be a little bit problematic. But we could probably make a forge too, because you don't want to go too long without like a forge or whatever. And yeah, I guess like at this point probably have like enough money to make like another hatchery. Looks like we probably... Okay, so there's a spire. Okay. Well, in that case, we should make some anti-air. And probably some dragoons will suffice here, but it looks like our hero here is in a bit of trouble, so... And so we can probably make some cannons in the main to like not die, but yeah, I mean like considering like, okay, can we attack? Yes or no, right? Are we getting overwhelmed? Yes or no? If we're getting overwhelmed, back up, group up, and then come back, right? You want to be careful about like strong, you know, static defense, and then consider like cloaked units and then air units. So that's gonna be it. Gonna be that. Damn, 879, dude. The big 3 digits, huh? Oh no, he thought I was too high of a rank there. What's up, Shoop? Shoop! Alright, let me go to the restroom. I'll be back. Alright, we're back. Oh! What are we against? Sir? Okay. Forpool. Yeah, I went AFK because I thought it would take longer to find the thought it would take longer to find like a game, but I heard me getting into the game as I left, but I mean, that's okay, right? Like, sometimes you mess up so early in this rank that it's almost as though you are playing from 40 seconds behind, so... Alright, we're gonna do the same thing, right? Notice how I'm like, you know, sending my probes to different locations? Really important stuff, man. Yeah. I mean, if you have nothing else to do, just like send your probes to other mining locations, so. You know what I mean? If you're just like staring there.
You must construct additional pylons.
Yeah, I mean, because we're playing from behind, I feel like we probably can't just like send units, so we may need to like, adjust our gameplay, you know, like real-time adaptations to our opponent. But we're gonna apply the same principles, dude. It's like the 7 principles of StarCraft. JY's 7 principles of StarCraft. It's like making workers, making units, and attacking. we'll stay with the build. Okay, we got a drone there. We got a drone, man. Alright, I guess this is what they do at this ring. What MMR was this guy? It's a Fader Lynx. Maybe we'll just take out this drone. See if he's always paying attention, dude. Alright. I think he's at the bottom left location, but we'll try to see. Okay. So, in this case, we're just gonna bank up some units like outside of his base. And we're just gonna do the same thing, right? Like, if we can kill him, we kill him. If we can't kill him, we just sit outside his base. But the most important part, make workers. We're just gonna try to get a big economy, you know? That's what it's all about, just a big old economy. Oh, okay, let's move this back. So when you're like losing, you should like ball up with more units. So if they have more units than you want to also bring more units. And if, you know, general rule is like a zealot can take on maybe like three zerglings. And yeah, I mean, this game we're like exercising some micro, right? Because we're playing from behind. But I think that's okay, right? Alright, we can fight that. That's like 8 zerglings, so the math checks out in my favor. So we can probably fight that. But because he may have made some more, we'll just chill for a bit. And just keep an eye on it, right? Just keep an eye on it. It's like he's trying to bait us. But, you know, I feel like this guy is not really respecting the Protoss. Okay, so it looks like he does have a sunken colony, which can be a little bit problematic. So, that's not very fun. And, you know, if your attack fails, I guess you can just try again. But the problem here is like those Hydralisks are pretty high-tech units. They're pretty good. And then I guess there's no threat of like air, so we don't have to consider like air. But I guess like because of the Hydras, Hydras are good, so you don't want to go like Dragoons, but we should start mining gas, right? Like once the Zealots stop working, then we generally want to start teching, right? So like when your tech tree no longer works, you gotta go to the next tech tree, right? So it kind of like scales in complexity. But you know, he's making a lot of Zerglings, right? So like, he can't have that many Hydras. You know what I mean? So we'll just like sit in this arc and just, I guess like he's trying to bait us in. So you want to be conscious of that, right? Like make sure the guy doesn't, you know. Now, like I said, things get kind of complicated once the speed kicks in for the Hydras because they can start microing. But you know, our whole thing is like we let them micro, you know, and every time you attack, you just have to assess like, can I win it or not? And eventually, we would like to start teching and expanding because our economy is getting pretty big, which is good, right? And you know, let's just wait till like 12 zealots and then try again, right? Because if we wait too long, we might be like missing the boat in terms of just like the you know, tech. So let's just attack and see what happens. So he looks like he does have some Hydras. And that could be, like I said, that's probably a little bit problematic, but you know, we're doing okay, right? Like, we'll probably make some cannons, and if we need to retreat, we'll retreat. But it looks like we're actually doing okay, right? Like, you know, I feel like we're doing okay here. So we'll keep rallying over there, and then just send the units on over. And whenever you don't need to like watch, like whenever you feel like you don't have to do anything, you just go back home and keep making workers. Oh, look at that! Look at that. So that's a nice little counterattack that I felt like is probably a little bit above this guy's pay grade, but you know, I mean, he's still on like this tech here, so he doesn't really have a whole lot. You know, we can afford to lose some workers here because, in all honesty, we like made so many, so I'm probably okay with that. So it's kind of like insurance, right? Like if you make a lot of workers, and if you lose some, then I probably still have more workers than this guy. So. And I think we've done it, right? I think we've just about done it. Father, thanks for the sub, dude. Looks like this guy's like sending workers somewhere else, so. Yeah, I guess we can start making some other stuff, right? But yeah, I feel like yeah, the micro can definitely hold you back, you know. It's like this trap, it's like this siren that like, you know, it tells you, you know, like you just don't want to do that, dude. It's just too complex for Protoss players, and yeah, I prefer to just chill. Yeah, 2 gate's a pretty good build, man. Pretty good. As long as, here's the thing, as long as you are making more workers than your opponent, then your economic capabilities grow relative to your opponent, right? It's like net economy. Like your economy has to grow like at a faster pace than your opponent's. Oh, we got another Terran, dude. PBT must be like the easiest matchup to like play, right? I mean, it's pretty good, right? Like you just let them deal with it. But yeah, I feel like the F to S for Terran was like a lot harder here. Yo, look at these probes, man. They're like doing like auto mining or something. Never mind, it's a little messed up. I guess you do have to micro and like, you know, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying, guys. I'm kind of hungry. I had some indigestion. And it kind of went away, so I feel better. But now I'm sort of scared of eating more stuff. But I'm kind of hungry, though. Maybe I should just chill before I eat again. The J Nasty, I know. I don't know, man. I just ate some stuff at work, and I had it yesterday too. I feel like I'm getting old, man. I had some pretty bad indigestion yesterday, and like my indigestion today again. Eat some Marines? Will do. All right, we're gonna go on with this theme. So I feel like once I ascend from F rank, I have to ascend. I have to like think a little bit more about my build. Right, because with each passing rank, you have to converge towards like a real build. Okay, that's what we're gonna see, a convergence towards a real build. But we'll just like slowly get there, you know. We'll play it for as long as we can without it, but until the convergence, like. If you're gonna play some weirdo build, at least make workers and units, okay? That's just all I ask of you, right? Like if you're gonna not practice like a real build, at least make units and workers, and just like probably prioritize that. And I guess we'll do an experiment to see like how long this works over time. Right, like, how long can I, okay, I feel like this might be like a BBS or something. Because I don't see his, unless like his buildings are down there, but which is possible. So we'll just rally and attack, and then, as usual, we'll just stay home. Oh, was he AFK? I guess I should have checked that. What if he AFK rushes me? Just like I did to people. Alright, let's see it. Yeah, let's see if this guy was just not there. Oh, okay. Well. Alright, well. Alright, well, I guess that's uninteresting. So, if you want to, like, make sure you're not getting bamboozled, you just check the mineral fields. He's gonna lift off? Oh my god, maybe I should start mining some gas, just in case. Alright, well I guess this one is not that fun, to be honest. What about Swindle? What do you mean, what about Swindle, dude? Well, now it's burning, so... No, he was AFK, dude. Dude, it kind of lagged at the end. I thought this guy was gonna drop on me. Holy crap. Alright. We breached E! Can we level up? Can we, like, can we unlock some skills? Or should we continue doing the same thing? I guess we have to continue doing the same thing. That was pretty straightforward though, right? Okay, I mean, oh my god, this guy's a C rank player. Okay. Okay, I have to calibrate to C, right? we've got to calibrate to C, so, you know, we're gonna at least like split a little bit, okay? This is D, what do you mean it's C rank? It was like blue or something, right? It was D rank?
You've not enough minerals. You've not enough minerals.
Oh, okay, alright, it's D. Alright, I mean... We'll do the same thing, but we might have to exercise some more like control. And by control I just mean like grouping your units together. Well, at least try to group our units together. But I don't know. Feels like we can get this going though. Control. Damn, is this guy like a Korean? What if this is like a one of those female Africa streamers, man?
You must construct additional islands. You've not enough minerals. You've not enough minerals.
Alright, we got the gateway. Hotkeyed on 5, hotkey the pylon on 4. Back off, ladies. Dude, Trogdor's a god, man. How's your classes going, dude? Yeah, big APM, dude. Big ol' APM. Alright, we're gonna scout. What if this guy's like actually C rank? You know? Oh shoot. I messed up my build. You're supposed to get the zealot before the pylon. But it's okay. It's okay, you know. We allow for some mistakes. Periodic mistakes. Okay, we've found our opponent, and it's like they've opened hatchery first, so I feel like we might be able to harass, you know, do some decent damage with, you know, our workers here. So Alright, we'll go back home. And I'm just gonna bring the probe back home as well, because I feel like the probe and zealot micro are a little complex. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we just attacked until they noticed. So, alright, we'll send it and we'll keep doing the same thing, right? Keep making a bunch of units. And eventually we'll like make a decision on what to do with our units. And then we'll just attack, right? Probe rush? You wanna... Am I supposed to probe rush as like an E rank player, or probe rush as like an S rank player? You just want to see like a probe rush? That's so mean though. That's just so... I feel like I'm doing a disservice to the community, dude. So it's important to like at least attack with your units as you send them there. You can't just rally point. Smashing on plebs. Alright, so it looks like we're getting overwhelmed, right? So usually the game plan when we're getting overwhelmed, right? We'll back up, we'll retreat to like a safer location, and then we'll try again with more, okay? And then we will go back to the area with like, we'll retreat to the ground until we feel safe, right? And then once we get some more boys, then we'll go ahead. I feel like 5 zealots is pretty good, so we'll continue to send some more units, and we'll make some more gateways, right? Like, it's pretty good. And let's just attack and see what's going on. I think there's a sunken colony here. Okay, so he's got a lot of stuff, right? So again, if you don't feel like you can attack, okay, looks like he has speed now. Which complicates things, but you know, we want to like be more conservative and make sure that, you know, we can handle this, because it looks like he's making a lot of zerglings, right? So if you want to like control stuff, just try to like stay in a line or an arc, especially with zealots, because then they just trade better. And if you're not sure, just back up. Just back up to the point that you do feel safe, and then because your economy is presumably stronger than your opponents, eventually, like as you build up your production, theoretically your you know, units should be, you should have more, right? And he seems like he's making a lot of units there, so we're just gonna build up even more, right? So the theory is that I feel like my production should be higher than this guy's production. And let's see if that is true. Now, if he's making sunken colonies, that might make things a little bit tough. But let's just attack here and see if we can get anything done. Because his tech is late, I'm just gonna also get a late tech, so I'm just gonna go ahead and like make the forge, and let's just watch to see if we could win this battle. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. I feel like, oh, it looks like he's microing a little bit there. Oh, that's pretty fancy micro, actually. I'm pretty impressed. And it looks like I won the battle. So whenever you feel like you win the battle, you can just maybe like go back home, macro, and then probably expand. Yeah, I mean, if you want to even get fancy, you can like do stuff like this, which I think is like pretty high level here. But we'll just continue to send stuff, and it looks like he's clearing it, but that's okay, because I feel like our production's better than his. I like where my economy is. And as long as we keep making units, I feel like we're doing okay. And it's harder to make the Nexus if you have 4 gateways because your production is so high. But we're still making workers at home, right? But it's like diminishing returns. So I feel like at a certain point we have to start prioritizing like the Nexus. And again, once we start feeling like things are getting out of control, then I feel like we have to start retreating again. Exercise the retreat strategy. Because sending things one by one is not very good. And it looks like he probably has like another base down there, so we'll try to, you know, make the Nexus, try to get like a cannon up. But I think we're trading reasonably well, so since we're doing okay, we can just make a gas, make some more units, and continue sending these. Continue like making stuff, sending in. Until we feel like we have to retreat, so almost, we might actually be getting there, right? Where his production seems to outpace mine. Because I'm not actually moving up to like 6 gateways yet. Because I'm like expanding, but I think we're okay for now, so we'll just keep sending stuff. And then slightly pause to like get some cannons out, just so we have some safety. But alright, let's try to like maybe bank up a little bit, right? Because that's the strategy, because it seems like maybe this guy is getting a little strong. And I guess we do have to like worry about the counterattack. I guess we'll leave a couple of units here. And then we'll just send the rest, I guess. And then probably start getting some tech out. But now that our production is great, right? Now I feel like it's a good idea to start making some more gateways, right? Like, it seems like a good strategy. And maybe we can just move our, you know, rally point here just for a little bit. Yeah, improve, because we basically like almost doubled our economy with this. So almost sounds like we could just make some more stuff, continue to do this. I'm pretty sure he's not like teching here, but if the case is that he is, then we want to make sure we have like some anti-air, because mutas can be a threat, right? So you should always kind of consider the threat of an anti-air. And then we can start making some dragoons, right? Because if we're worried about dragoons, I mean air, then we can start making like some anti-air units. So that sounds reasonable to me. Okay, this guy is still making a bunch of like zerglings. So I almost feel like even making more zealots would be good here. Just because he just keeps making so many like zerglings, and I feel like he doesn't have a lot of tech. Oh, okay. So it looks like here he has some mutas already. So okay, well it's good that we made some cannons, right? Because now we have some defenses against this. So this kind of complicates things, right? I feel like in this case we probably want to just like bank up some more stuff and units. Get some adequate anti-air, you know, probably like a few cannons per base is good. Just so we don't like die to some weird counterattack. And maybe get some gas, because now like we can't rely only on zealots. And kind of similar to before, we could probably start like creating an arc around their base once we feel like we have enough units. So feels like this guy is like pretty poor from all the units that I made, so we'll just like do that, and then we'll rally point over there to make things easier. And then maybe we'll even slowly tech, because
Upgrade complete.
so I guess like if we're not sure, we could just make the arc again, right? and then just make units, and then yeah. So let's go ahead and expand, or like try to expand soon. We got the +1 on the weapons, which is like pretty good. So yeah, we'll just be pretty nice with this arsenal. Okay, looks like we have a stray muta that's like kind of annoying us here. And then yeah, we might need to like start teching as well. Because if this attack doesn't work, then we're gonna need to consider some like other strategies. But it looks like we may have overwhelmed our opponent. So, you know, he probably didn't have like a lot of money. Lo-fi? Lo-fi? Alright, let's just look at this guy's economy. Oh, it's pretty good. But you see how he's on 11 drones and I'm on 29? So because I've tripled his... I'm tripling his worker count, right? By just letting him deal with all this. Now he's gotten some tech out, right? But we've overwhelmed with units. And yeah, we beat someone two ranks ahead, so maybe I should alright, I'm gonna play again. Oh my god, 46 points, dude. Holy crap. We're just blitzing through this. I also need to pee. Alright, let me pee. Okay, never mind. That's just too soon. Okay, we got another Zerg. Another Zerg! This guy's D rank or same rank? Same rank? Dude, I made green last game, man. You want me to pro brush? You want me to just troll this guy? Dude, open hand is so... Open hand is so troll, dude. Alright, this game, I'm just gonna break out of the character and see what I can do with the bro rush. If I get accused of being like this toxic gamer, dude, like, I'm gonna get so mad. I feel like I'm just violating the community's, you know, integrity here. I'm just getting baited. Not there. Open hand, man. Open hand's gonna get me banned, dude.
You have not enough minerals. My long for combat. Honor guide me. Protoss F. Honor guide me. Not enough minerals. I long for combat. You have not enough minerals. I long for combat.
Alright, I gotta give it to him. I gotta give it to him. I gotta give it to him, dude. I just feel too bad. Alright, let me go to the restroom. Like working, huh? Kylo, come here. Come here. Go. Kylo, come on. My dog's in here. You guys ready for the dog? Here he is. Alright, dude. Dude, Open Hand is an absolute toxic gamer, bro. Absolutely toxic gamer, dude. Oh, yeah, buddy. Look at this dude. Kylo Butt. You're famous, man. Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, Matt Morgan! I'm sorry, I startled you, dude. Startled you. Oh, Snabby got me. He's like F rank, dude. He's gonna report to Reddit, dude.
You have not enough minerals.
Oh my god. I can't even chat back. This guy's a toxic gamer, dude. Alright, we're gonna try to like, you know, get into position here. Just get sniped all day, bro. Alright, it's kind of hard because I'm like playing really far away, but we're gonna try it. Concept's the same, right? StarCraft is a brain game. Brain game. We're gonna win with our brain here. I think this nerd went like 9 hatchlings or something, so if this nerd does something like that, then, you know, we'll have to adjust our play here, you know? Buddy. I went into the office today for work and he would like, when I came home he was just like jumping on me and just licking my face. I almost want to like leave the home just so that he can get excited for me. Right, buddy? Did you miss me? You missed me, huh? Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like the stream is so boring, dude. We just do the same thing over and over. I feel like this would be more interesting if this were, like, Terran Reserve or something. But, dude, open hand is actually toxic, dude. Actually toxic, dude. Oh, I forgot to make that out of zealot here. That's problematic. I feel like he might be over there. Oh, he's crossbones. So we'll like do the same thing, I guess, and then just continue making workers and then yeah, so again, if you're getting overwhelmed, just back up, right? Back up and wait for the boys, dude. Oh, my dog! Sure. All right, let's wait for the boys, right? He like moved over. He was trying to get more comfortable. All right, I'm just gonna sit up and let him just chill on my like lap here. Ah, okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. All right, we gotta smash some noobs over here. Alright, so, I mean, 5 zealots seems pretty reasonable, right? Like, that's, I don't know, that seems pretty good to me. So, we'll try to attack. I mean, we don't see that much stuff yet. Looks like, okay, we see a couple of sunken colonies. So, I feel like in this case, we might switch up the strategy to like retreat because if it's only zealots, then like we could do a better job of just like just pressuring, but because he like overmade stuff, that complicates things because like he now, you know, just has like it makes it really hard to bust this, right? And this is kind of like a higher level move. And he has 3 hatcheries, which makes it also difficult. But notice that even without fighting, that's okay, because like I was making units and this guy was not, right? So I feel like I'm pretty good because my economy is still better than his, right? So you don't always have to fight. In this case, we're gonna expand. We're gonna try something new. We're gonna expand, make the forge because, like, we might deal with some problems here. And you know, just like I don't know, we might need to consider other things, right? So we might have to deal with something like hydras or mutas. So we probably want things that shoot up. But let's say like we're just apes. Because I'm an ape, I'm just gonna attack, right? Like let's just attack, you know. I feel like being an ape is probably good, but he scouted me. But let's just try, right? Like, I feel like it's good to try. Like, in life, I feel like in life it's good to just try. And if he's making air units, you should make, like, cannons in your base. And then if he's, like, making hydras, then you probably want to... like, make cannons and stuff. Okay, so he's making hydras, so I'm gonna move back. And in this case, you do need some cannons because you need some cannons here. And it looks like this guy's like playing very defensive. So I feel like in this case, you don't really need to worry too much about the tech, you know? You can just make a lot of units, kind of like what we've just been doing. Because what can he make? Like, I guess he has some hydras, and then, you know, the guy probably has like maybe some mutas on the way or something. So as long as we keep making probes in units, we can probably try to attack again sometime in the future. And then we probably want speed zealots because we found that, which is nice. And we will just try again, right? We'll just wait for like our next round of tech to come out, and then we'll just start to attack. So in general, when you're like in a defensive posture, you want to make sure you have an arc, as we've discussed in the past. And then yeah, so. Like, he opened Hydra, so I'm not too worried about mutas, but I feel like as time goes on, you do have to consider mutas, right? Like, because the threat can always be there, so we want to just maybe make like a cannon or two. And just like try to make... Oh, hi Carlo. What you doing, buddy? What you doing, buddy? He's just chilling. We'll get some leg upgrades, and maybe like once our leg upgrades are done, we can consider attacking, and then if that works, great. We can like trade. If it doesn't, then sucks, but we'll just continue. We'll just try, right? Because presumably we'll have had a lot of stuff. And we can even maybe like be a little bit fancy, right? Maybe we can even spread some of our units to like the bottom base or something. But yeah, why don't we just do that for now, and then eventually let's build up to like the robotics, because cloak is a concern, right? Like of the lurkers. So it's far enough into the game where we have to like worry about this kind of stuff. So, you know, we'll just do that. And, you know, notice I'm kind of like mixing up my dragoons and my zealots here. And if he has, if he does have some, like, if he has lurkers, then things can get a little bit dicey. But, you know, we'll just try to attack here, and we'll expand behind us and see how that works out. And if it doesn't work out, then we'll have to go into the next phase of the game, right? Okay, so those are mutas. So we probably need to like make some more cannons, some anti-air. Looks like he's just attacking. But good thing we made some anti-air at home. So it looks like he's actually just running away, which is nice. And we'll just expand again and continue making some like units that shoot up. And it appears to me our you know, units are doing a good job. We'll continue making some workers. And as I said, we want to like move from 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 gateways, and eventually even to 10, right? We want like 10 gates. 10 is pretty strong. And maybe we can start teching. But I think we've done it, man. Yeah, he like defended our first push, so. You know, this game I kind of like had to exercise some more thought, because he was just too defensive, right? So you have to understand like when to not attack. when to attack and when to not attack, you know? And because he made 2 sunken colonies, like, I guess that's a good lesson, right? Like, if you're fighting zealots, I mean zerglings, usually it's like 3 to 1, right? 1 zealot can take on 3 zealotlings. And that's just like a good heuristic, I guess, like good, you know. But sunken colonies are, you know, a lot stronger though. So like you don't trade as well. So you want to like ball up to get more stuff for sunkens. Oh, Kylo! Whoa, buddy. You want to go down? Okay, buddy. You want to go down? All right. All right, buddy. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Knowing the possibility without scouting. Yeah, and I guess like what I'm doing is like you have to try to read the opponent, right? Because if they tech, then you might have to get cannons and observers for like anti-air and stuff. So you can't just keep making zealots, right? Zealots are only good if your opponent keeps making a bunch of like links, right? So if they don't do that, then you know it's fine. We're on Ascension. Oh, what do you want, Kylo? You're looking up at me. What do you want, man? Wanna get back up here? Come on, buddy. So the hard part about this, the game plan is if you find a Terran who actually walls, then you can't just send zealots. Unfortunately, that no longer works. But we'll see how far we can get, though. Oh, my dog's just looking up at me. What are you doing, buddy? I thought you wanted to go down. You want to come back up here? Everyone should get a dog, guys. You guys hear me? Everyone... Oh. Did I activate Siri? What if Siri said no? No! He just keeps looking up at me. He's smiling and looking at me. Maybe he wants to be held again. What do you want, buddy? Alright, got an SCV in there. I think he's at 12 o'clock based off of the scouting patterns. Okay. So we're gonna do our usual thing, man. We're gonna make workers and units and let the zealots do the rest. Right? It seemed like that worked last time. Gotta make sure you actually attack them. My dog's name is Kylo. Oh, buddy. Okay, I think he wants to be held. Okay, bud, you want to be with Daddy, don't you? He does. Oh, okay. Something cracked down there. Sorry, buddy. So yeah, we'll do the same thing. Oh, this guy actually walled. What an absolute goddess. Holy crap, dude. Oh my god, he actually micros, dude. Pretty impressive. That was actually pretty good. Uh-oh. So it looks like we have to actually tech faster than we actually wanted to, dude. Uh-oh, Kylo. Uh-oh. Okay. Alright, we're gonna get down. So, because we, like, sort of couldn't do as much damage as we would have liked, But I feel like we're doing plenty enough. Focusing back at home. And eventually we need like ranged units. Oh my god, it's just like that, baby. Just like that. I didn't even do anything, dude. I didn't even do anything. I didn't press a single button. Just making units, baby. Take down this factory because they like make those units that start to make too much stuff. So, oh, those bikey boys are pretty good. Now we can start making dragoons, right? Dragoons are pretty good because now they attack from afar. But I'm just gonna continue prioritizing workers. See how far we can get here. This is why like Nyoken always recommends walling because you know, because like zealots are really good. Protoss units are really strong. We can just start attacking some of the SCVs, to be honest. And then I think it's just game because these dragoons. He has no answer to like these ranged dragoons, right? So once the range finishes, it seems like we're good. So I guess like if you make 4 gateways, it's a little bit harder to expand, but eventually you'll get there. Eventually you get there in life. So just stay like out of range, I guess. Because range will outrange the bunkers, right? So. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff.
You must construct additional silos.
Yeah, man, it's pretty good. Now we can't even make stuff because we're maxed out on supply. But yeah, eventually your economy starts getting like big enough to expand. But yeah, 4-gate productions, I guess 4-gate Goon occupies a lot. Like it's really hard to macro more. I mean, like get another Nexus with 4-gate as long as you keep pumping from the 4 gateways. So, you know. Tassadar, take the wheel. I'm sorry, Kylo. Well, we don't get that many Protoss, huh? We just yeah, I feel like TVP is really hard for like Terran, to be honest. Right, Kylo? Yeah? Because of zealots, right? Like I feel like the zealots are really yeah, that's true. Is that why? Is that the theory? Like the Protoss players, they all get to B really fast? I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, right? Because it's pretty. It seems like people who just like pick up the game, if they just practice a little bit to like do the 10-12 gate build, they could probably get to like D rank, right? No, I don't know. Like if somebody completely new, you just teach them the build and you just tell them to A move zealots forward, probably get to like E rank. I feel like, you know, just copying this, but I don't know. My dog keeps looking at me. But once the Praetorian starts knowing how to like defend against zealots, then things start getting a little bit tough. Unfortunately. But this is Eclipse, so we don't need to even probe scout, which is makes life a little bit easier. Gives us some more minerals to work with.
Not enough minerals.
Quark? No, I think Quark would win, man. I mean, I think it would be like, somewhat like, you know, if Artosis gets to a spot, you know, then he'll probably win some of those like late game scenarios. But Quark is for sure favored. Let's not chase the SCV because it'll just slow us down a little bit. Keep forgetting to make that third pylon sooner. Getting blocked there. Guess I could just cancel the probe to compensate. I canceled it because I wanted to prioritize like getting more zealots first. And then I'll get a gas here because I think against Terran you do want to tech. You don't want to go like 4-gate zealot. And obviously against like a bunker, you do want to like pull back a little bit because a bunker's like static defense, right? So again, just kind of going with the theme, if you run into like too much defenses or static defense, then you pull back to the area at which you are most safe, which is right outside the bunker because he's not gonna move forward, right? And then we'll attack again. Right, so I guess you try with your first few. If it doesn't work, then try with your next like 5. I feel like starting with 1 and 3 is good, and then eventually you move to 5. I think that's a pretty good, you know. Okay. And we'll send the rest of these in. Yeah, I mean at this point, yeah, I guess I did kind of clown around and like target the SCVs and everything, but yeah, you know, targeting SCVs is like a good skill to have. Sorry, I was toying a little bit too much there, but let's be honest, it was over. But anyways, point being, you know, you have to, you gotta, sorry, I got a little impatient there actually. I was like, all right, you know, maybe, you know, you do have to be careful against